Hi, this is Shannah. Welcome to my channel. And this time we're going to look into your love life in 2023. So we're going to see how your love life is going to develop this year. So to find this out, we have three possibilities. We have here pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So take some time to choose your pile, and I will see you in a couple of moments. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 1, this is your reading. So how is your love life going to be in 2003? Taking this stone over here, so you know it's your pile. So let's start with the first card. We have celebration. So I think that you, pile number 1, in the year of 2003, you're going out more, you're celebrating your life more, and you're having more fun. You're going to parties, you're going to events, you're meeting friends, you're probably even making new friends, and there's going to be a lot of reason to celebrate in your life. So there are successes coming your way. You're feeling freer, you're feeling stronger, you're feeling more a part of life, especially if you have been more isolated in the last couple of years, since the pandemic, for instance. So maybe you've isolated yourself, maybe you have led a quieter life, but this is changing this year. You're doing things, you're having fun, you're going out. And also in your love life, there will be reason for celebration. Some of you may get married, some of you may get engaged, some of you, if you are in a relationship, you may have reason to celebrate as a couple, like successes of things you do together. Or some of you, I'm getting this as well, pile number 1, is some of you celebrating leaving certain difficult situations behind you. And so it's you enjoying life, you enjoying yourself, celebrating yourself this in this year. And it's going to be a very fun year for you. Then we have the next card. We have number 26. And this says here, big and immense love. I don't know how they're called in English, so I'm just translating word by word, literally. But it's a big love coming in. And I'm having the feeling here again, a lot of friendships, new friendships are coming your way, pile number 1. And among these friendships, for some of you who are single and looking for love, there will be someone with whom you'll develop then a big and intense love. It will be your partner, the partner. So you'll be meeting this person this year. If you're already in a relationship, then is the intensifying of your connection, is the intensifying of your bond and feelings for one another. And for those who have been having like a rocky relationship, or things haven't been as good, things will get better. There's a very strong bond here, really beautiful. And then we have number 50, the Wheel of Fortune. So again, things are changing for you. Things are getting better this year, pile number 1. And the Wheel of Fortune also have the feeling here of money coming in, of success, like I was saying, like reasons for celebrating. So there's a lot of success coming in for you, be it in your career, be it in your finances or creative areas, but also in love. Your luck in love is changing, and for the better, because we do have a reason to celebrate. So there are a lot of changes coming in, and very positive changes. And I think it's also a change in attitude, a change in self-love. You being more assertive, you being kinder with yourself. And this is really wonderful, because you're putting yourself first, but not in a negative, egotistical manner, but you're not running or chasing anyone. You are the one that can be chased if they feel like it, but you're changing the attitude towards love as well. You're celebrating yourself. You're realizing your own worth. Let's go to the tarot cards. We have the 8 of Wands. So here again, a lot of movement for you this year. There are a lot of messages, a lot of communication, things happening really fast, developing really fast. So again, I see here you making new friendships, new acquaintances, getting in contact with a lot of people. It's going to be a really busy year for you in a positive manner. And there will be a lot of contact with interesting people, especially if you're single. And then we have here the Six of Cups. And this, like I was telling you earlier with this big and immense love, is that you're going to meet your soulmate, your true soulmate, you know, with all this movement and going out and having fun. There's a lot of things going on. And it will be probably at an event for many of you, you know, could be a concert, could be, like I said, an event, an exhibition, theater, cinema. Okay, cinema is difficult to really meet new people visiting the theater, but you know what I mean, you know, meeting people, going out, and you're going to meet your soulmate, someone that you've been craving for even. But then we have here the Ten of Wands. It can be that all this movement and all this, this action, you know, this active life can come to a moment where it's too much for you. I see. And it's just too much going on. And I think like you are dreaming, you know, there comes a moment where it gets too much, because we see here with the Seven of Cups, I first started talking about you are dreaming, because we have this man dreaming about this woman over here. But what I get here is like, there are going to be so many options. There are going to be so many people attracted to you that is going to be difficult for you to choose. And you see here all the signs here with the Wheel of Fortune here. So it's going to be really different people attracted to you, and suddenly you don't know who to choose. You know, you are looking for your soulmate, you yearn for your soulmate, many of you, and then you don't know how to choose. That's really a lot of choices here. If you're already in a relationship, it can be that certain situations in a relationship or surrounding the relationship can get to be too much. And because again, there's too much happening. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of wonderful things happening at the same time, but they can become overwhelming. But wow, we have Four of Wands here as the last card of the tarot. And it's like you're going to overcome this difficult situation. So at the beginning of the year, we have a lot of action, meeting new people, having fun. And then at a certain point, I'm getting here May, June, like in the summer, it can be that you're just very overwhelmed. There's too much happening. There are too many people interested, too many people wanting to have your attention, wanting to be your partner. Comes to a moment that, hey, you cannot take it anymore. But you then will make the decision, and you're going to have to find the right person, or there's someone coming back to you here, because this looks like a wave starting high, having a low, and getting high again, you know. And so things may be complicated. If you're in a relationship, may get complicated, you know, in the summer. I have the feeling it's the summer, but then afterwards they will pick up again, and it will be like a happy ending. Again, reason to celebrate is the Four of Wands. You being with the right person. After a period of confusion, you'll be with the right person, or you'll be with the right partner, and there'll be a lot of reason to celebrate. And there can be even like a marriage or an engagement, something that will make both of you very, very happy. Let's see what the rest of the cards have to tell us. We have here the number 32, so near to heaven. Then we have number 49. This is then the solution. And then we have number 14, we have passion. Again, as I see here, what's very important for you, pile number 1, is then to discern illusions from reality. And it's not in a negative way, because your way of dreaming, your illusions are actually creating your reality. But it's what I see here is sometimes you dreaming yourself into a corner, or you not believing that your dreams can become a reality, right? And like here with the Seven of Cups, it's like you feel here with these two cards, you feel you're so far away from, you're so near to heaven, but so far away from earth, so far away from reality. And the solution here is really, manifesting your ideas, starting to believe first that you deserve love, second, that the person you yearn for really does exist, or that the solutions in your relationship are really possible, because you will find them. You see here, this is the solution card, and you want to free yourself from, be it preconceived ideas, from some obstacles, and you will do this, and you will let passion in. So this is going to be a very passionate year when it comes to love. There's going to be many possibilities. There will be solutions. So it can be that, again, you have like this dreamy relationship, and at a certain point there will be obstacles in your path, and you may even find that the obstacles are insurmountable, but you'll find a solution, and passion and love, they will prevail. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Then we have here going with the flow. This is really like an advice. Just go with the flow. Just, vibe with life. Vibe with what's being offered to you, and just let yourself be carried by happiness, joy, and good feelings, and meeting people here, moving on. I see here really moving on from any negative or toxic relationships from the past. And this moving on, because the last card here is struck by lightning, can come, everything can come all of a sudden. You're changing, like I said, you're changing your attitude, you're changing your expectations, you're changing the way you deal with love, the way you deal with people around you. And I think you'll be more focused on yourself. And the more focused you are on yourself, the more attractive you become. And sometimes it's like a paradox, but many of you already know that's how the universe seems to work. But you're moving on, you're doing your thing. That's what I get here in this constellation. It's like the more you just go with the flow and you do your own thing, then suddenly out of nowhere, your partner is there. And again, maybe you'll have to move on from a relationship at a certain point during the year, but then either you'll be coming back out of the blue, so kind of out of nowhere, or then you'll be meeting someone else. Yeah, but what I see here is really like a wave that will be riding, but it's a very positive wave actually, because there will be so many interesting people in your life. You'll be so active and so happy and so full of joy that you'll have then that down phase, I think in the summer probably, where it's going to be a bit too much for you. But if you just go with the flow and let go of negativity and just focus on yourself, then here with the Four of Wands and the lightning, then your energy will come back, and even in a better way than before. So pile number 1, this was your reading. It's a really quick insight into your love life in 2023. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful time full of love. If you'd like a private reading, my contact is in the description box below, as well as the link to my Instagram account. So have a wonderful time. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. So it's getting really dark here, so I hope the visibility is still good enough for the reading. If not, I'll have to turn on the light. So there you go. We'll put the stone over here so you know it's your reading. Pile number 2. How will your love life be like? Okay, grammar was not very good. How will your Yeah, it's okay. How will your love life be like in 2023? So let's start. First of all, we have home or a house. So some of you who chose pile number 2 will be buying a house, or you will be investing a lot of time in your home, like decorating, making it really cozy, making your house a home, or you're moving. But house is really here important. Maybe you're moving in together with your partner, or maybe you and your partner, you're buying a house, a bigger house, maybe you're making plans. But this is like, it's all about the home. This is big because it's a big step. Either way, no matter what choice it is, like this is a big step. So you're making big decisions and you're investing your money wisely. Something for the future. It's really making plans for the future. Really nice. And then we have roots of abundance. So yes, pile number 2, you're doing well with money in 2023. So you're investing your money. You have money to invest, which is good, right? So you're investing your money in something solid, again, because we have here the roots, we have the tree, we have the house. So you're investing your money in something solid, in something that is secure, something that is not susceptible to, to the moods and swings of the market. Well, this is getting more into a financial read, but yeah. And you also, when it comes to your relationship, you want something solid. If you are in a partnership, this will deepen. You will feel safer. You'll feel more secure in this relationship. Both of you are in this relationship for the long haul, and so it seems. If you are single, you are now wanting to find a partner, for the long term, something serious. You don't want to play around. You don't want one night stands or affairs or situationships. You want something serious if you are in a situationship. So there's a good possibility that this will become something more serious or official. Really nice. Then we have 44. What a wonderful number. And we have the star. So all your plans when it comes to love or relationship are under a good star. So you're very lucky this year. And the star usually is about healing. So if there are any issues in your relationship, or you're still healing issues of past relationships, there will be a lot of healing this year. Or this is also a sign that many of you, just to tell you, you're already healed. You're ready to move on. You're ready to find something permanent, something that's really beautiful for yourself. And this is also a sign of good luck and of, again, making plans for the future, of making your wishes come true, of having something beautiful, solid, and safe and long-term in your life. This is really nice. Now, let's see what the tarot cards have to tell us. We have the Queen of Wands, or Queen of Staves. Let's see if I can focus. Yeah, but it's a bit dark. I'll have to put on the light in a couple of seconds or moments. Then we have the 10 of Swords. Now, this is interesting. The Queen of Wands, or the Staves, and the 10 of Swords. Then we have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Swords, right? Let's put it like this. There you go. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So there are decisions that have to be made this year, right? Now, this is really interesting. Why? I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, this is really interesting because with the Queen of Wands and the 10 of Swords, I have the feeling this is a phase in your life that's coming to an end. And for instance, if you have been a party girl or a party boy until now, you know, and you just have like have had like a carefree life, and you just lived for yourself, which is wonderful. But now this is changing. This is the end of this phase here with the Ten of Swords. And a new phase is starting where you'll have to be more balanced. And here with the Seven of Swords, it can be that this transition, because you see here, I don't know if you can see it, like I said, I'll put on some light in a couple of moments. She's like crying, right? And the other one is helping her. And it's like this balance may be hard at first, because again, you know, if you're going into a more steady kind of life here with the house, and, you know, having this solid foundation, and if you've been like a social butterfly, a party person, and just living carefree, and now things are more serious and you have to really like change your lifestyle, at first it can be a bit difficult. And that's why here with the Seven of Swords, I don't see your partner deceiving you. I don't see that at all. I see here is you not deceiving yourself, is you having to be really truthful to yourself, and with yourself, and really like telling yourself why you are taking the steps that you are taking. You having to be real with yourself, and being honest with yourself, talking with yourself, because there will be some moments of conflict, you know, where you think, I'm changing my life. And it can be as well that you see that you may feel in this partnership, because if you're single, you know, I really believe there's a partnership coming in, something that's solid coming in. But now here with pile number 2, I really have the feeling that many of you that are watching this, you're already in a relationship. So what I see here is like, okay, is when if you are in a relationship, is you having the feeling that you've changed a lot more, or that you've invested a lot more, or to put it in a kind of more negative sense, is like you've sacrificed a lot more than your partner. And that's why we have the Six of Pentacles showing us this inequality, showing us this imbalance. And this is where you have to call things by name, in the sense that you have to be very honest with yourself and with your partner so you can correct this. Here with the Ace of Wands is really, you can start anew, you can correct this. And I think it's like with this joint project of buying a house, starting a family, you know, even getting married for some of you here with the 44, then it's really like this joint project, this joint passion will bring you together, will help you solve any challenge that can come your way. Because I see really here, if you're in a relationship, that's a really big change of lifestyle. Yeah. And if you are single, I see here also you getting into a relationship, and again it's this drastic change of lifestyle, and searching then with this new partner, this balance, and, you know, setting up boundaries and compromising about certain things, and finding a common language and a common ground. But this has the potential of really going a long way and being a very successful relationship. Now, I'll just pause the video so I can put some light. So otherwise, you know, I'll be telling you all this in the dark. Just a second. So I hope this is now a bit better. Let's see if we can focus. We can. So now let's see what the other cards have to tell us. We have here number 23, the gift. Then we have number 4, courage. And then we have number 22, freedom. We have 44 and we have 22. This 1 and 7 is 8, 2, so it's a lot of 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Right, and another 4, 2, 2. Only here 23 is a 5. Really interesting. Now, what they're telling us here, the cards, is, this is quite interesting, is that you remind yourself of how special you are here with the gift, is that you are the gift, you are special, you bring something onto the table, right? It's also a reminder not to put anyone ahead of yourself, not to put anyone above yourself. That's the expression, right? Not to put a partner on a pedestal, because you are a queen of wands. You are amazing. That's what the cards want you to realize, right? Don't let anything kind of, I have a feeling, don't let it don't let anyone dim your light. Don't let anyone make you feel less than. This is quite important. For some of you, I just have the feeling that I had to tell you this. And it's also here, because it's funny that it's here on the Six of Pentacles, we have the courage. And it's also like, changing life, changing a lifestyle, life patterns, behaviors, attitudes. It takes a lot of courage, right? But here, what I feel here, you have what it takes to change this. It's like you don't have to change. This is the cards explaining this here. Like I was telling you, like you may feel lost at first, like you're changing your life so much. But the cards are telling you, you don't have to change who you are. You may be changing lifestyle, but you can remain the same. You can keep your gifts, you can keep your qualities, you can keep your talents, and it's like a balancing act, doing like this kind of lifestyle of being more settled, of being more conventional, put it that way. But I have the feeling you're very unconventional yourself. So this balancing act that we see here is actually you bringing your unconventional way of being, your unconventional self, into a conventional lifestyle and making it beautiful. Is you then feeling free in this new life, feeling free to be yourself, feeling free to be yourself and to do the things you want to. It's like the cards are telling you, just because you're getting into a more serious relationship, into a more settled lifestyle, it doesn't mean that you'll be caged. Because I think this will be your fear, when changing, when taking this risk and going for a family life, put it that way, right? And it's like you don't have to sacrifice who you are. And this is what you'll be realizing, right? And here with the Seven of Swords is really like telling you, be truthful and be authentic, be who you are. And this is the cards are telling you, you don't have to change. You can be yourself, but it's just like another setting, but you still yourself. That's quite interesting. Then we have here outside influences, and we have endless possibilities. With these two cards, we have here like, there can be some challenges here during this process, during this change. And it's like the Ten of Swords. So it can be people like putting some obstacles in your path. But here with this endless possibilities, it's really quite positive. Like every obstacle in your way opens a door to thousands of possibilities. And it's like possibilities that you weren't even aware of before the obstacle. And suddenly you have better solutions and you create a better reality, more aligned with who you are than you thought it'd be possible before the obstacles. So here, the obstacles that will come your way and during the relationship, or, making that decision for a more settled life, they are blessings in disguise and a perfect memory. And this year will be a year to remember. It will be like a rite of passage. This is what I'm having here as an energy. You're changing completely your life. But it's, even if there are some obstacles, if even there are some doubts, maybe even if you're a bit overwhelmed with all this change, it's going to be so beautiful that, you know, in hindsight, you wouldn't change a thing. In hindsight, like later, in 2024, right? Because the result of all this upheaval, because it's more like an internal upheaval, it's you becoming even a more beautiful and happier version of yourself than you thought it would be possible, you know. And you're going to find this inner freedom in a totally different situation. It's really interesting because even if you are single, I see you coming into a settled relationship. And actually the reading is more about your inner struggle with all this change. But I see you, pile number 2, getting into a beautiful relationship, into a more settled lifestyle. Maybe you're even moving house, you're moving in with this person. For some of you, you haven't met the person yet, but this will happen. And it might overwhelm you at first, but it's going to be a wonderful year. It's the year that you'll never forget. So pile number 2, this is your reading, sorry. This is your reading. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact is in the description box below, as well as the link to my Instagram account. And I wish you a wonderful time full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 3, this is your reading. Welcome. So pile number 3, what is your love life going to be like in 2023? So let's start. You got 2 cards at the beginning. I just wanted 1, but you got 2. Because you got the angel card, it's number 2, and we have 31, the third eye card. Okay, and what I get here with the third eye and angel is with the third eye, is really, like many of you will know, it's like trust your intuition and see beyond the surface. And it could be that until now you've overseen someone, right? Or you haven't seen someone for their potential and when it comes to your love life, or you've underestimated them, or you're not seeing their true self. So here with the third eye is really the invitation to go deeper, to really see beyond the facade. And it could be there are really wonderful surprises awaiting you. And with the angel as well, we have here that you're being protected by angels, right? You're being protected and guided by angels. Could be your guardian angel, could be a spiritual guide, but angels are with you and are working with you on your love life this year of 2023, which is a wonderful thing to know, so that you're not alone. This is wonderful. Let's keep them here. Let's continue. And then we have exposed and revealed. Now, this is quite interesting because I was telling you to, see beyond the facade. So I think here with exposed and revealed, and this is number 21, and this is 31. So it can be that, like I was telling you, you're going to see someone for who they really are. And this could be both negative or positive, depending on the situation, right? And like there's going to be a year of revelations, even, for instance, revelations about yourself, of what do you really want in a relationship, or how you really react to certain situations, right? Because sometimes we react unconsciously in certain scenarios, and then we don't even realize what we're doing. But this is going to be a year where you're going to be very self-reflected and reflective, and you're going to understand where certain behaviors really do come from, okay, without any judgment, without this good or bad. It's just, oh, okay, this comes from this pattern, or that comes from how my mom react to things, or how my father used to do things. Either way, it's going to be clearer for you. But I really have the strong sense, pile number 3, that it's going to be someone that's going to be quite clear. Now, then we have 24, and it's the devil. Now, don't be afraid. This devil looks kind of interesting, kind of fun. No, he has a head in his hand. Not very good. But what I was going to say is, because the devil, it also shows patterns. It also shows addictions. It also shows behaviors that are counterproductive or self-sabotage tendencies. And I think this, like I was telling you, it's what is going to become apparent. If you have this kind of behaviors, if you're the one always sabotaging your relationships, it's going to be apparent how you do it and why you do it to yourself, right? This is like a self-reflective work. But I also have the feeling that you're going to be able to see through the manipulation of other people, games or certain dynamics that cause dependency. You're going to see through these people, and you're going to see very clearly what's going on, and you're going to be guided to come out of those toxic situations if you happen to find yourself in one at the moment. And even if you're single, it's like all the mechanisms and the dynamics of the past that hindered you from having a happy relationship. You're going to see through this. You're going to see how the patterns work. You're going to the root of the problem, and you can change your behavior. Because you have the devil and you have the angel. So it's like you're being guided by angels to help you see the works of the devil, so to say, right? But I'm taking this on a more psychological path. So it's more like behaviors, patterns, and so on. They're going to be clear to you. Then we have, when it comes to tarot, we have here the star card. So the star, and it's interesting that it's right here with the devil, because the star brings healing, brings clarity, brings love, brings hope, happy endings, wishes coming true. Then we have the King of Swords, and its decisiveness, and also has to do with psychology in the sense of seeing things clearly, calling things by name, and making the right decisions. Again, here with the Ace of Swords, starting anew. And I see here also, because the devil also has a sword, cutting the root of the problem with the swords here, making the decision of stopping like addictive patterns, toxic patterns, chaser and runner scenarios. You are changing that completely in your life this year. Then we have the Five of Swords. Again, it's like you don't want this kind of relationships anymore. You're ending it. All relationships that seem to be toxic, and all relationships that bring you down or bring you into a submissive role, or to a situation of dependency, you're ending this year. Like I said, you're being protected and guided by angels, and you are, now looking for something long term. You're looking for something that brings you happiness, and that's why we have the Eight of Cups. So I see here for you, pile number 3, you leaving a toxic situation behind you. You leaving... Sorry, that was me destroying my setting. Because my leg just went numb. Like 1,000 ants are like torturing you. So that's why I had to change position. Now, what I was saying that's really important here is like, even if you're single, like I was saying, you're changing attitude, you're changing your behavior, you're getting to the root of it, and you're changing, you're leaving a way of being behind. You may be leaving a relationship behind. You may be leaving a situationship behind. An addiction to a certain, we can be addicted to people. We can be obsessed by people, right? Obsessed with people. So obsessions, addictions, you're leaving all this behind. You're cutting this. You're making a new start, right? Because it's going to be clear and apparent to you how this works, and you don't want this in your life anymore. It will be your decision here with the Ace of Wands, and also here with the King of Swords. Sorry, this is the Ace of Swords. So you're cutting cords of anything that is negative, anything that's bringing you down, and be keeping you in in this never-ending circle. It's a vicious circle of addiction and obsession, and you're going to the light, so to say, in a very positive way. You're changing your reality so you can bring positive relationships into your life. But let's see what the other cards have to say. We say creativity here, and then we say here friendship and lullaby. Wow. These cards here, they have their own language. It's really beautiful the way they work. And they work usually as advice. And what I see here, they're telling me that your love life hasn't been easy. Either you're always falling for the same pattern, and this is in no way an accusation. It happens to the best of us, right? So, and there are certain things that you still want to, or still need to work through on. And what they're telling us is use these experiences, because I have the feeling that you, pile number three, you're very intense. You're a very intense person, in the sense of that you feel everything in a very intensive way. You're not on the surface. You're not lovey-dovey. You're not so hee. You're not that kind of person. You go deep. You have a lot of scorpionic energy, Pluto energy, Mars energy. You go deep and you go strong. And it's like your feelings are very strong and very intense. And sometimes, you just feel like you're in hell because they're so intense. You may feel, even if you feel passion, you feel like your whole body is burning up. That is the intensity of these feelings. And that's why all this Swords energy is not that bad this year, because it brings clarity and brings some sobriety to these feelings as well. But the cards, what they're telling you is, work through all these feelings, all these experiences that you have had this last years. Work them. Your best way to work through them is through creativity. And we see here making music. So many of you, pile number three, will be musicians, or people, if you're not a professional musician, or maybe I have the feeling now some of you would be too shy to call yourselves a musician because you maybe don't read notes, or you've never learned it in a conventional way. Maybe you're self-taught, or you just like to experiment. It doesn't matter. You make music. If you make music, this is the best channel for you to vent all these experiences, to work and transform all these experiences. And also friendship. They're telling us, like, friendships, friends are going to be very important this year. You're going to make new friendships, and even friendships that have the same interests as you do, like in the creative, they're also creatives. And some of you are going to start a band. I don't know why. You're just going to do it. And it's going to be like-minded friends. Like I was saying, they're very creative people coming into your life, and they're going to inspire you, and they're going to be also a mirror to this side of you, right? To this shadow side of you. But they are like in your case, they're going to transform this, or help you transform this shadow side into something beautiful, something that inspires you and inspires other people as well. Wow, beautiful. Let's see what the other cards have to say. Then we have still holding on. So yeah, you're still holding on to someone in 2023, but you're gathering courage to leave this behind you, or either to solve it completely. And that's why we have the Five of Swords. With the Five of Swords is win or lose. You have to take that risk. You have to face the problem. You have to go to war, win or lose, to take up that challenge. And sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. It's not a guarantee, but here with the Eight of Swords, you're leaving something behind. You're leaving a way of being. You know, maybe it's pining over someone. Maybe it's this stalking them and not having the courage to come up to them in some of the cases. You will have the courage. So you're going to leave that kind of behavior behind, and you're going to be very proud of yourself. And you're gathering courage this year, and you're going to solve this, right? And the last card is healing the past. So you're going to heal the past. You're going to leave the past behind you, or the way you were dealing with the past. You're going to leave it behind you, and better times are coming. And I see a lot of creativity. I see a lot of beauty coming into your life in 2023. So the thing is, and many of you probably have noticed already, I don't see a new relationship coming for you in 2023. It doesn't mean that it's impossible. It doesn't mean that. It's just, remember, these are the energies I'm picking up at this very moment, and I'm filming this on the 10th of January. I don't see a new relationship coming up for you, pile number 3. I see you healing a past relationship or relationships, and you solving all of this and leaving it all behind. It can be here with the King of Swords that someone will come in, but it could be that someone that comes in is still you know, in the same pattern from all these other relationships, and this is something that you have, either you can change it and keep the relationship, or it will be someone that you really have to leave behind, because you still have to follow, not follow, but solve that pattern. Maybe it's not something you'd like to hear, because we all want to, you know, this happily ever after. We all wish for it, and some more, some less, but this has to be solved. This has to be transformed. And I see you transforming it through art, through creativity, and through beautiful friendships. Yeah. So pile number 3, this was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful time full of love. If you'd like a private reading, my contact is in the description box below, as well as the link to my Instagram account. Have a wonderful time. Thank you.